Hi, John Wanoa here, Tuesday the 26th of January 2016. Just highlighting the case on 61 Cook Street or 77 Cook Street, property fraud in town with the Auckland Central Police Station, CIB, one Detective NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown. You'll be watching this video while you're sitting in Solomon Islands, run right out of Auckland, conveniently skip the country because you can't face me in court here as a police prosecutor and prosecute your own case of arrest against me. Now, this is how it happened. I've already been through this before, where the police are covering up the fraud land title conveyancing instruments of that property has changed hands 3 times with a bad title. And I'm just pointing out as a real estate agent of past just what a fraud mortgage title is from the point of transfer. That we won't go into that, but the specifics are that the police are tampering with my private contract between me and the land occupiers or the landlords of that property, who are proprietors, have bought a bad title, and they think they can get away with being silent and say nothing and rely on someone else to rely on someone else to rely on someone else. They rely on a title that the Crown made with Ngāti Whātua iwi leaders who have fizzled out. Tiwana Tibble, you are liable for holding me up with this title since Mohi Manukau and I went into your office to tell you about its bad title. You ignored it, and all the people on that marae, you've got a problem now because you're stuck with the Crown, and the Pope has destroyed all of your corporations and trusts because of the fraud inside them, and you operating that business with the Crown government in Wellington with John Key. Now, he's as much liable in the High Court of Admiralty in London over that title under this flag of jurisdiction that you don't have over me, NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown, Detective, CIB, Criminal Investigation Branch or Bureau, supposed to be looking for criminals when you're a criminal yourself. I accuse you and the Department of Fraud to have arrested me with documents that you've conjured up, created with capital letters and dubious, mischievous handwriting and typing capital letters in words to deceive and mislead the courts in Auckland. So what happened was this. You took off or got spirited away by the New Zealand police because it's serious of what you did to me as a native, a true native title holders of this property in Auckland, and not Ngāti Whātua iwi. They are Crown Statute titles that the Pope got rid of because you're using his laws when he's demolished them. You're fraudulent in using those laws while he has destroyed them, and you're calling it New Zealand law, because if you go to the High Court in London, you'll lose because it applies there too. So, NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown, to the whole world watching this video, once again, I'm pointing you out today that you've got the notice now. I put it into the police station yesterday on the 25th to Sergeant Bosner, one of your colleagues, right? And the other one, Constable Frenish, Mark Frenish, has taken your place. You see how you guys are devious to shift yourselves around, but you're still Natalie Flowerdew Brown, who came into my house here and arrested me with those forged documents. It's the documents that are fraud. I'm a document contract man. I've always been in real estate to know what a document of title is, and contract makes law, and law makes contracts. You came in here as a detective and arrested me yourself. You handed me those documents that you created without seals. No Crown seal, no police seal on your documents you signed, no warrant from the courts seal, and no sovereignty seal or oath seal. Just straight assuming that it's real. From that point on, it became illegal, fraudulent document. And that your arrest to take me to the prison was null and void from that point on, because the documents you've altered. All the statements that those people, you're going to get subpoenaed, you're going to get disclosed of all the statements that they wrote themselves and gave it to you, and you changed it and put it into legalese. Once the moment you tampered with them, the whole lot became null, and you could not charge those documents on me. Through duress and under stress, you came here with at least 10 police to pick me up, and the other 8 marshals. You did the same with them too, with all the police cars, all those police, just to pick each one up on our own. A lot of resources was used blatantly. Instead, you knew who I am. The whole world knows who I am by myself. I do all my things by myself, and I never run away like the Crown Corporation agent you are. From me, the principal to agent, and agent to principal, this is a notice to you that we're stuck in contract with you. When I go to court on Thursday, the judge is going to make a ruling from what my barrister says. You, the public, got all this notice before the judge got it. It's disclosed. Before the lawyers got it, before the police prosecutor of the dead person got it, because that's all they're dealing with, dead people. You're just dead people, Natalie. That person, that detective that was prosecuting me ever after then, was talking to a dead person, not me. I'm there as an interest in who's using those names, because it looks like it's a inheritance of some sort of money of a big amount that someone's signing to get into that money. Now, that's to be disclosed. That's what I've asked my barrister. Who is claiming that money? You, Natalie, put your name on those documents first. You were the first point of contact. And yet, there you are, like police do, run away. Just like Aaron Pascoe got booted out of Auckland Central CIB unit. You're corrupted in there. The whole lot of you are corrupted. The system, the New Zealand law system, with your own police laws. You've got a law of your own to your own interests. Now, to all the people watching in the world this video, it makes no difference, because it's the same Queen's Crown Council. Forgeries. She's a fraud herself. She's gone. She skipped it too. The same as you, Natalie. She's gone into the EU Parliament and abandoned ship. Just like you. Abandoned ship. Man overboard. Woman overboard. You see? So you're getting caught. you're going to get apprehended over there by the police there, by the Honiara police. You won't be sitting there having a holiday thinking you're going to get away with it. No. The police are liable. John Key's liable. He's already got his name on my documents, ready to build a lot of his property. Everything. And every police in this country. And every politician in this country. And everybody's tied to the fraud queen and the Rothschild banks. This is to everybody watching. I have one policewoman who stopped me getting my ancestral native land back because of the fraud inside the title. I'm just showing you myself being a victim of fraud, that the fraud department themselves are committing the fraud, and they've dragged everybody else into it as well. 40 people, Natalie, you have committed 40 people into that heist, that you came in as a third party without any experience or brain material or matter of what you were doing. You can't make mistakes in front of Moai because it cost you and the whole police force. I warned you, police. You ignored me. But guess who's watching me? The British military are liable, and they are accountable for this flag to protect us and our business between us and Britain. Okay? That's your mistake. Costly. So the British military are our partners in the King William Admiralty Court-Martial law that I'm applying to you in person on the martial law side. You can hang for running away and causing treason. Conflict of interest. A conflict of interest, the same as your Queen of England and the Queen of EU Parliament, Brussels. And John Key, you're liable because of what Natalie has committed you all into this fraud. Land, that's one land, and the whole lot of the land in New Zealand, and the world for that matter. Okay, so I'm just telling the people, you got it first, from me, before the judge got it, and before my barrister got it, and before the public news got it. You got it first on social media, okay, of the truth of the matter. And even the native assessors document. Now, if anyone uses these documents that have got the Moai stamp on it, and seal, and the King's seal, King William seal, and any other documents that are on there, covered by their own copyrights, on this flag of jurisdiction, you're liable to the same £1 trillion for the offence, every offence, as an agent. Okay, you please, and Philip Taylor, CIB in Otahuhu, I didn't video him talking to me, but he warned me. This is a CIB warning me to keep away from the marshals. You see, he's tampering with my evidence by telling me what to do, what's good for me, to keep away from the marshals. Those marshals were there to do a job that was legally right in our jurisdiction, because he hasn't got any jurisdiction over us in his statute laws. He's going to find out that we have a higher jurisdiction because you've got no queen, and we default back to our king's flag. This is the only king's flag in the world where you got here on these lands. Through this flag, nothing else. Nothing else. And so, you people here are so ignorant, you're going to get a bill. As much as you, Natalie. £1 trillion is to make up for all the fiat money right through. If anybody's asking any questions about where do we get our value from the pound note, the Moai crown on his head, King William pound note, it comes from you fraudsters and everything you've done to defraud us and to deceive us, the people of the world, in the King's Bench Court, common law court. Right? So the common law people in the world are getting together now, and there's a National Liberty Alliance group in the UK and America. I'm joining that group because they are common law people, and they're catching the judges out, and the lawyers, right, and the politicians. They're catching them out in a common law King's Bench Court. Now, we're using this on you, Natalie, because how smart and cheeky you were to take my medication. I got my medication here, 10 pills a day. That's how strong it is, just to slow my blood pressure down. Because you policemen make my blood boil when I look at you. Okay? So I need 10 of them to slow it down so I can get some words in your head. Otherwise I'll shout loud that you can't help but hear what I'm saying. Legally. Okay? So you, for 8 days, Natalie, you confiscated my shirt. You still got it as evidence with King William on it and this flag. And his 8-point star, these 8-point stars on this flag that got you here. And it's no use getting another flag against this one on this land. That's being smart and cheeky. They're going to have to pay for that because this flag got you on these lands. And you've got a cheek to overrun the native title, which you haven't bought out yet. You're still trying to settle with the wrong people. The iwi is not the landowner, it's the hapu. Okay, so you got that one wrong. Anyway, I'm saying to Philip Taylor, he's the CIB, he was on the phone to me today, about 3 o'clock, to tell me, John, are you going down to the TPPA meeting in downtown, the Sky City? I said, no, I'm going up to Waitangi so I can confiscate the land where the marae is, where the flagpole of Admiralty for this flag is sitting on the second rung. It's going to go up the top rung, and you won't be able to come on there because we're going to confiscate it and the flagpole of your courts and take it off you. And then you won't be going anywhere with TPP because we warned you, if you sign the TPP, those 12 countries are going to get the bill of the 970 million trillion pound note on 12 of you countries. You go ahead and sign your TPPA. I'm warning you because I'm standing here as the King's surrogate of this flag to speak for the King. Okay? To speak for the King. And Jamie's site got cut off by Facebook today because it had the word monarchy on. She changed it to King John Monarch. They quickly got it off. Well, I went and got it back. You see? It just shows you that it looks like I'm the only one that is allowed to put the word monarch on any Facebook site and put anybody's photo there, and you can't touch it. Natalie, your photo is there and it won't go away. It's stuck in a box, and that box belongs to the British military, who's going to pull out of the EU Parliament and collapse within 6 weeks. So it says on social media. Just telling you that the EU Parliament has made a big mistake bringing all those immigrants in and flooding the place out thinking they're going to pick up a gun for you. No, they already know that once they get in there, they're going to boot you. You thugs and corrupted people who have been killing all their people. And you're just about to come here, Obama, with John Key. I'm just saying this to the Ngāpuhi chiefs, Hapu, and Tainui Hapu, and Tuhoi Hapu, and the South Island Hapus, and all the other Hapus, Ngāti Porou Hapus, and all the Te Arawa Hapus, and every other Hapu I missed out, to come to Waitangi and claim your land back. I've got all the documents online on my Facebook. Just go and type John Wanoa, W-A-N-O-A, into Facebook and join as a friend. You'll get the documents, download them. It's got on there your hapu and your taumata. The taumata is the sovereign owner of these lands. Now, if you don't do it, John Key is going to take it. Unless I have something to do with it, to Britain. Because he's mischievous, he's going to get hung under the Hanging Chains Act. That's why I put the rope there. Because I have a right to put it there and act under our own Admiralty laws of contract that no one can change. The Pope took your contracts away and your Admiralty laws and all your laws that they've been using in Parliament, but he can't touch ours. Salic law forbids any female from using or ascending to the King's title. King William IV of Hanover in Devon, England, and Britain, UK, is Ernest Augustus V. He is the King of England and UK, Britain, to bring Britain back together. I'm telling you, people, we are his legal partner in Admiralty, and that Admiralty is still there with the British Navy. Okay, so the British Navy, you are responsible to recover 970 million trillion pound notes with Moai Crown King William IV Trust. We are seizing Queen Victoria Trust off Queen Elizabeth II and her Crown agents. We are seizing all her properties, 66 million acres of land in the world, including 77 Cook Street, Auckland Central, and the Waitangi Treaty Grounds, and the Admiralty ship with its mast of the Navy ship, and the marae with my own Uetaha carvings in it from East Cape, in our hapu. Okay, so I'm just telling you, Ututonga is from my land blocks. That's the title in Waitangi, one house. I've got it here, the title. Okay, no houses in the Bay of Islands, just one. And the birth certificates that says, I was here. That's all it is. In Auckland, the Manukau's. I was here. And that's it. That's the title with the flag, straight to Britain. And the Moai Wanoa title to Raiatea Island and Rapanui, straight to London. And in the Queen's Great Court, the Moai statue is my own memorial title with King William memorial title, and this flag and our Moai flag with the obelisk of the south, the African Nubians, and their pyramid on it, and the sun Ra, and the constellation stars on their flag. Okay, so that's our title. That John Key, you've got nothing, and you've got no right to sign any deal with the 12 nations of the TPP without our consent and this flag title, straight from Britain. We have a contract, private, nobody's business. Only us and Sir George Sembalis, the British Navy Rear Admiral of the fleet, and Sir Nicholas Horton, Chief Commander of the Army. Those two, as distinguished men, are our partners. They are our partners to recover all the debt owed and annex debt collectors in UK, England, London, and us. They are our debt collectors to recover all the money from you people and the gold. And the gold that the Spanish have stolen through the trustees. Queen, head of trust, King and Queen of Spain, you're liable with the Queen and Prince Andrew. You're liable. All your royal family is liable for the 970 million trillion pound note. Now, getting back to NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown. You ran away just like your Queen. You Pākehās, white-skinned people have a bad habit of running away from the truth. I want you in court to tell the truth, because you shouldn't be on these lands, and you shouldn't be in Honiara and Solomons, because my friends are from there. Right? The friends are from the Solomons. They've got contracts there and building. Okay? So you're going to have a hard time there trying to hide away from us here, because we're joining forces with our native people, the indigenous people, to boot you fellas out and string you up in court and then hang you because you're not worth being here to police this country. You can't be trusted, and we're going to find out what you were up to, what your intention was, and who signed the documents that gave you the right to withdraw money from this mysterious pot of gold money, where it's come to pay my barrister with $6,900, $5,900. That's what he got paid to do my case. And then the prison got paid, the 8 days I was in prison, from that money that someone signed for. Okay, so I'm making a claim through my barrister to that name, to those names, 6 of them, that you, NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown, put in capitals and a mixture of lowercase and uppercase. That's deceiving, thievery, piracy on the high seas. That's what they call the Admiralty. You did it, and I've caught you. Right in the act. And there's nothing anyone is going to do to try and stop the judge making a decision to settle you and string you up and give me a writ to seize Cook Street and lock everybody up. You're going to get locked up, all you people who went against me, and the owners watching up on the road. You were watching. Those people in your office put up a fight. That was the worst thing they ever did, was put up a fight instead of walking out. They stood there and made it look bad, that we're the bad guys. Well, you're going to have to own up in court. And you're the first sign of guilty. And I'm going to take your silence or non-appearance in the court as going against you to lose your case against me. I'm going to ask my barrister to clear all charges, then reverse them on you as the cause of the fraud third party. You're in fact a fourth party to the third party, those people in the office and the tenants, the other businesses that got in my road. Because I have a legal right as the original owner to have had my name on their titles, and that's where Lynn's made the mistake and forged the documents as well. You see, it's got a history to it. You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught, and you're all going to lose everything under this flag to my chiefs up in Ngāpuhi. I'm doing this job diligently and with care, not to hurt anybody until the hanging rope comes out after the judge has made his ruling. He's going to be liable if he says it wrong and sides with a fraud police department. He's going to have to be honest, and the barrister's going to have to be honest. And Pāmia Mackay, thanks to you, mate, you did a marvellous job in front of me to convince my barrister, Shannon Withers, that the person who's in the capital letters has no right to be with the man with the lowercase that they arrested. He has nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with forging the documents to put another fictitious name on those documents to arrest the wrong person. Natalie, you arrested me, a natural person, in lowercase, and then you altered it. It's supposed to be the constable that was standing here that arrested me. No, but you did it. The detective has no legal authority or oath of office to arrest me. That's where you gone wrong. And I said that to Philip Taylor today. Philip, you're watching this video. You're the CIB and Otahu, and you told them in town that I was going into the city to go onto their property to seize it. Now, you know as well as I do how long this case has been going on, Philip. And you know I'm within my own rights as proof of claim that me as the claimant and her now as the respondent. Me and her, nobody else in this contract that she put with me, because her constable friend, right, he put her name in capitals. You see, they've caught themselves crossing each other's statements when they made their statements of job sheets. There were too many of them making statements, and they contradicted each other. In other words, he's made her the rightful contract person who was giving me a contract, contradicted the two courts. The contract court, which is what we were going through, and a common law court, which we weren't in. She was acting as a common law person without her hat on, right, with one piece of her uniform missing, the hat. Okay? I'm not silly, even though I take medication. I don't need it. I'm going to throw them away anyway, because it's no good. It kills you more than helps you. I'd rather have a high blood pressure than a low blood pressure. Okay? And so, she arrested me as a detective. Can you hear what I'm saying? Detectives do not arrest anyone. They have no legal authority of a court. Only the constable has the right. The constable was standing right there, and she made it look as if the constable was arresting me, but no, she handed me the documents that she fashioned in her own handwriting and typing, and signed it as true. Now, when the statements came out in the reports, then the constable put her name in capitals, which made her, because he's swearing the truth. I will not mislead the court. The court, not the judge, the court. I will not mislead the court. Judge, if you're listening to this video, because I'm telling the barrister, Shannon Withers, to use this as my evidence of what happened. This is what happened when she arrested me and what happened in the court. She never appeared. And silence is going to lose the case. That's what I'm saying to you, Judge, who's going to do my case on Thursday, that I'm using her crooked, corrupted, altered, tampered with, illegal, illegitimate documents to arrest me without seals on it. It has no legal authority, jurisdiction in the court, from the court, of where jurisdiction came from, whose jurisdiction. Was it her own? Is she a lawyer? Is she a barrister? No, she's not. She's neither. And neither has she got jurisdiction, because I've checked it inside out. And I'm good enough to make an assessment to ask the judge, nicely, I have not injured anyone. She injured me, Judge. She injured me by taking away my source of life, my medication, strong heart pills, because I had 2 heart attacks. Just before that, I had another heart attack, and I was relying on my medication. She took it and took away 8 days without medication. I never got any medication in the prison. Now, I want you to rule in my favour for negligence against me, a public of this country's interest. That interest the other interest is whose financial interest was she arresting me for? Was it mine or the public's, or was it for her own? Because it doesn't look like it's going into anybody's account but hers. And NZ Police, a dead person entity, okay? And Auckland District Court in capitals, bold capitals and bold capitals NZ Police. 2 dead people, as if they're alive. Now, those police prosecutors, I'm warning, are liable as fourth party in anything that happens to me in a court setting because of those documents. I want you, Judge, to dismiss this case against me and reverse the charges on Natalie Flowerdew Brown and 40 other people who are attached as third party and fourth party to the original case of 2008, Jamie Peters and Jamie Peters and their conveyancing lawyers, Mark Hornibrook and Andrew MacDonald. There. That title was bad from 2008 right to 2012, Doug Rickard Bell, and then from 2012 to James Pierce Brown and Simon Brent Roundtree. Same fraud title transfer. Okay? I know my stuff. So I'm asking you, Judge, to, with my barrister, because he's proficient in real estate and mortgage fraud from America. He's been to America. I know a little bit at least about him in the UK and where he's been up in Greece and up in Turkey to know how these laws work as much as I do. I know how these laws work because I have to know to protect my native lands of this country and the Pacific Islands. I'm here for all the native people in the world to protect their native interests. There is no one proficient enough to follow the highest law in the world than the only king's flag in the world, King William. The only king's flag in the world. You get that? The British Emperor, King William IV, and the Roman Emperor, King William IV, the 8-point star of Ireland. I'm Ireland, okay? You Irish people over there, we're coming there, me and Jamie, Anna, Marie, Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, okay? Coming to Ireland. So be prepared for us and the 8-point star that we are. Your other half of the equation of whose church, St. Patrick's Order Church, the Vatican is using our flag to amass his fortunes with the Queen. We seize everything off her and all her Crown agents. So, this one to you, police in New Zealand. Take notice. The National Liberty Alliance group is after you. And I'm joining them because they're stringing in the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians. And also everyone else who's enforcing laws above the common law. The common law prevails because it's the King's law, this law. The King's Bench law. You're safe with the King. You're not safe with the Queen. Or any other female for that matter. Because of what they have done. To screw everybody and kill everybody. Those churches, the Church of England and the Catholic Church, kill everybody. For the land. Okay, so we're going back to resurrect the King's Bench and put it back to the people. The common people. To you Ngāpuhi people up north. Take notice. From me, I'm good at what I do. Although I'm doing things myself, I think better by myself. If I get it wrong, then it's only one to worry about. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong when it comes to legal matters of land. Native land especially, because they're just occupying titles. Occupation titles. Now, this is to the taumata around the country and to the taumata of Ngāpuhi, where their flag is. I'm coming there on the 3rd with Moira, my friend, in Rotorua, the Pākehā lady from Hokianga, the Russell family up there in Russell, Bay of Islands. That's her family. Okay, so she has very much right as a Pākehā to what I do. She's writing a book called King John. Okay? And it's got everything in it about Ngāpuhi and where to from now in this world. So we've planned way ahead. We're way ahead with a flag to go right around the world in 250 countries and straight to Honiara in Solomon Islands to arrest NATALIE FLOWERDEW Brown. Once we open the upper house of Parliament, that's higher than John Key. I'm saying to the taumata, I put those documents online on my Facebook site. Type John Wanoa, W-A-N-O-A, into Facebook, make a friend, and then download them. Take them up to Waitangi because it's got your taumata and your rangatira to form your 4 regions, parliaments, 4 parliaments. Okay, so you know what to do. I don't have to say any more about that. But we are opening the upper house to authorise using this flag. Put some mana in this flag and it'll go, just like that. Then I'm going to draft some papers to seize the treaty grounds. I'm seizing the whole lot, as if 66 million acres of land in the world, this flag will confiscate one shot with the British military. The British military, you're watching this video, this is for you. You heard what I said, because I'm getting a mandate, a 3rd one in a row, from the chiefs at Waitangi. They're the ones that bothered to put this flag together. It's a contract flag. It's a private contract flag. It's not just any old flag like John Key going to put up with a fern on it. Whose fern is it? Whose fern is it? It is John Key's private company. It doesn't belong to the people. He's going to fool you. You can go because that's those people who put their flag up. You can have that flag because it's going to get a big debt bill. Sorry to say you're 18 billion in debt already, and you're going to have to pay more on top of that. And you'll find your titles will be rescinded. And you'll make yourself a product of the British military. Okay? Military, martial law, will go over Obama's law. No one's allowed to use British martial law after this flag is hoisted up on the flagpole at the top. It's sitting on the 2nd rung with the British flag on the other side. You see, it's got legality. It's got legal authority sitting together with Britain. It's always been there. Okay? It's always been there. When it gets to the top, it's because the 1902 flag of John Key government, that's a war flag. Those are the veterans' flag. It comes on the 2nd rung with the British to keep our veterans together with us. Not John Key. We're going to boot you off and put our flag up the top for this whole place and the Pacific Islands and the world for that matter. We control everything from here in the world. We're just going to replace the Queen as the driver and put the King in its place. That's me, King John, for now. For now. I'm only the King of Commerce and the bank notes. Okay, the bank notes. Now, Pami asked me, oh, is it fiat notes? No, it's not. The answer is no, it's not. It is a levy debtors instrument designed to levy debtor fraudsters and anybody who owes money for wrongdoing and for land that's been taken illegally by the Crown. Okay? By the Queen's Crown. And the Queen's bench judges are liable because they've been collecting the money with the Governor-General. He's been selling the land, Governor-General. Governor-General, Jerry Mataparai Andrews, you're Andrews, that's your real surname, not Mataparai. See? That's the deception. Deceiving people like Saudi Arabians. See? They're brown, they got a big rag around their face. But they're white men. They're white men with a brown skin, but white man intentions to screw you of everything. Okay? So to the police again, once again, this video is for you and Natalie Flowerdew Brown. You have broken New Zealand law. You broke New Zealand law, and the 40 people I've named and with photographs, you're going to get the bill. I'm sorry to say, the sheriffs will come after you. And everyone else who's been tampering with our information, and I've caught you. I've caught you out. I'm confident when I go to a court. You see, I left the talking to the barrister because all I had to do was tell him who the hell I am and what authority I got from chiefs. I'm here doing the talking for king because no one's been able to talk like a king, for a king, and act out a king. Okay? So if you ask me any questions, you'll get an answer of anything about kings and Maui and land and anything to do with banks and money. Okay? I just happen to be right in the middle of that to prove as a claimant against respondent, all you people, the judge, they are respondents who can't reply to my affidavits. Okay? So it's my word against yours. Basically, if you don't answer, stay in silence, you lose. That's what I'm expecting the judge to rule in my favour on the day, on the 28th of January 2016 at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in court in front of the judge. I'm thinking it was Judge Brent Gibson was the last judge there. See, they keep changing the judge around all the time, because so it won't be the same story. And they changed the police prosecutor. Now, to the police prosecutor talking, you're not the one that injured me, but you're a party to it now. You get liable. You're going to lose everything. Anybody standing in front of me in that court, and I'm sitting in that dock or sitting anywhere in that court on my land, you're offending me. You're offending me in a king status by the chiefs up north, because they're the ones that signed this contract. Okay? I'm here because I'm in the bank bench situation of Rogan judges. Okay? I'm talking Rogan in my family, judges in England, English judge. Okay? And Cosgrove lawyers. Okay? So I'll tell you that much. I got it from them. I got it from them. Right? Not myself. I've got it instinct to save our lands from being stolen by John Key and the elite people. You're going to lose everything. The elite people will lose everything. Once those flags go up in Napui, you better listen to me. You better listen to me, all of you, and all of you people around the country who know what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know what to do. I'm just there to open the way straight to England. I'm going to stay in England to put the flag up with Jamie. We're going to put that flag up on King William's property, then bring the people there, not in Westminster. We're going to take them there, on his land, because no one can touch it. Okay? And no one can touch us on there. And this Devonport is our estate land. All those people are going to get a bill, except that lady in the curating office, the arts office, arts. She wanted to put the flag up. The council told her to pull it down. You see, I saw that. They offended me, and they offended her, being of the original people of their country. You offended us, you white people. You know, you're bad. But that's what you're trying to do, is take over the whole world. Well, there's too many black people now. Too many black people who are watching what you've been doing all this time, and you people are lost yourselves because you're running out of white people in England and Britain. And you don't know what to do, because you're all changed into our people now. You're one of us. I'm not saying that the white people that married into our families, I'm talking about the other ones who are only here for themselves. Okay? We'll be inspecting all your properties because you're only occupying our land. And the police are afraid you get the bill and you're going to be looking after your people. The British military will be looking after us. and they'll be here. I can tell you that much. When we get the bill and the land sorted, they'll come here on your expense. Okay, so I just want to be mindful of that. Be mindful of what I say in statements I make. This is an affidavit statement. I, Wani Kahaki Wanoa, swear in front of God Almighty, I tell the truth and everything but the truth, so help me God. It's right. And I keep my word, my oath of office to King William IV and my oath of office to Moai Crown. Memorial. Stone. Statues of mana. Okay, that's where my mana goes. To those two memorials who gives me the right to talk for them. Because nobody else is, and I do. For a reason of today's, well, put it right and make the people free. Jamie and I are going to free the world, save the world, and help the people in need. Stop all the nonsense with vaccines, fracking, spraying the skies, the water, polluting the water, and seize them. Seize all their things with the right sheriffs. Common law. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to say. In final, to the judge in the Auckland District Court Corporation, that I want you to dismiss the trespass against me on my land for reasons that I had the right to go there because I rang my police up. On the reports, on the job sheets of the time that I went in was the time that I rang my police to be authorised to go in there from a fraudulent trespass notice from Tim Dudley. Okay? Everything was fraud from the time of the first encounter with that title landowners. And it's been like that all the way through, Judge. So, I want you to dismiss the case because of 3 reasons. 1, she took my medication and put my life at risk. Negligent under the human rights of 8 days without my medication. Nothing done. Okay, nothing done. And 2, she forged the documents of the witnesses and fashioned the words for her own financial interests and value of beneficiary who she was acting, or someone else acting as a live person, natural person, writing and signing for that money. For me to pay someone else, I want a full report of that. If not, I want you to dismiss the case as fraud documents, illegal documents without seals, without authority to arrest me, without authority to even trespass me or anything. So dismiss them. And the third one is to give me a writ to seize my land back. Okay? I want settlement. I want to settle with the police. I'll do the case myself. And I will charge everybody myself from Britain and my partners, the British military, and my annex debt collectors there I pay for. I pay for them to recover all these debts right up to the value of 970 million trillion pound notes back to Westminster and the British military and us, the Moai Crown, King William Trust. We're seizing all Queen Victoria's Trust money, gold, 1.5 million tonnes of gold, and everything else, the land, 66 million acres of land, including the treaty grounds in Waitangi. Okay, that's what I'm saying to you now, please. I'm going in front of the judge to make my case clear cut that the police got it wrong. The police broke their own laws because they got a law of their own. I want the judge to be fair because to see who injured who. I never injured anyone. I never injured anyone in the office. I never went in the office on 66 Cook Street or 77 Cook Street. I never injured her or any policeman or any public. She injured me badly. To the judge, she injured me badly without thinking about researching who I am. Really. Now, the last thing I want is this, Judge. I want you to listen to my barrister, Withers, Shannon Withers, make his deliberation and accept my case has been true and correct, and because Natalie Flowerdew Brown was not going to appear, and she's absent because she cannot face the truth and come in front of me and face me, the person she injured. I'm not wanting to listen to any other person standing in her place, because they're liable. Everyone's liable the same as her. They're liable all the way through. And I can double that. I'll double it on everyone standing and talking for a dead person. The people they're talking to that signed that document, I want you to find out, Shannon Withers, for the judge. I want you to tell the judge that there's an injustice in the way those documents were put together to deceive me and the public's interest of New Zealand. And I want the public to know what happened in that site with me having to have gone through what I've just told you, damages, that I will handle the damage myself. I don't want to be compensated by the courts and the judge. You can clear this case and settle it out between me and the police, that I will handle the case in the High Court of Admiralty in London. I will do it from a higher court, because you haven't got the jurisdiction in your court to do a federal case of this British title of jurisdiction in Admiralty. There's no one here proficient enough to do this case only from Britain. I will bring the judges here on my land to do the cases. Okay, so to make things easier, Judge, Brent Gibson, you're the last judge you might be on, or Collins, one of you to do this case. Collins is a long time judge. You know this case. You know how serious it is. You know Natalie Flowerdew has run away. That's a point to me for not being here in person. You can't fool around with truth. God's truth is what I do. Moai is God's truth. You're either right or you're wrong. I'm a claimant. She's a respondent. There's nobody in this contract. If she defaults on my affidavit I gave to Shannon Withers to give to you, the judge, by the time 9 o'clock, I'm making this public, 9 o'clock on the 28th of January 2016, if Natalie Flowerdew Brown fails to appear in the court to face me, the injured person, the injured man, the injured natural person, the injured natural man, then I expect you to rule in my favour that she was everything I accused her of being fraud with her documents. Everything. I want you to dismiss the case. My case. My case. I'm speaking for myself. The marshals can speak for themselves because they've abandoned me. They've left me and they've gone in their own way to do things. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sticking to the law of New Zealand and the barrister. The barrister is following the law of New Zealand. Okay? So I'm not going to say anything because I've got him under instructions from me, a chief, in my own right, a king of these lands. Okay? So I'll let him do the talking, and if he gets it wrong, then I will take over and finish it off myself with the British military. Okay, so that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say to you, Judge, and to you, Natalie Flowerdew Brown. Your chance was to stand in front of the court like a straight woman, and back your words up and your documents. That's what I don't want anybody else talking for your documents, because they're going to lump it too. They're going to lump it as if they're you. You're all fabricating and imitating dead people, dead entities that have no legal authority to do anything against us, the common people. We are the common people of this land, and you are statutes, the statute people law. You are a dead entity, and you cannot go over us, the live people on this land, from a common law court perspective. I don't want your money, because it's fiat money, crooked, fraudulent, dirty money. I have money in the pound note to debtor against you as levies. Okay, so that's already out there. I've already made my intentions public. I've already made intentions of going up to Waitangi and seizing all of that land back to Ngāti Kawa and Ngāti Rahi, hapus. Not iwis, hapus. The iwi will get the bill. The iwis will get a bill. And everybody supporting that New Zealand flag that John Key's spending 30 million on. You're going to get more bills on top of your head if you play around with that in front of us, because it's alien. It's a foreign company putting that flag together, and you people who vote for it and vote for John Key, that's you. You can stay there and take the bill, because I'm going to write it out to you from our upper house, Taumata, in Ngāpui, listening to this video. I want you to be prepared when I come up there, because I'm on my own to think and talk and help you to get your land back. This way, the right way, with documents that stack up with history and the title over there. I'm sitting on the title there. If anybody else is watching this video got a title, a written one to Britain, not any other title in thin air, a British title that got them here on our land, then I want to see it. When I come up, I'll show you the title, and if you haven't got one, please step aside, because I will talk to that title, because it's yours. It's not mine, it's yours. One equals a whole lot. You sign, it means the whole lot. The whole hapus right through the country who join in their own time. Okay, so I'm not talking for me, I'm talking for your flags and your mana to put back in the flag. We seize the land, we open up the house on the 4th, seize the land on the 4th, go across, put the flag up. On the top, put the Union Jack flag in its appropriate place on the second rung, across the other side from the British flag, and that's the end of it. We open the business up with the Admiralty and the trading flag straight around the world in 250 countries, set up with a pound note. Okay, that's as simple as it gets. Now, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I told you so. It's better to tell you now, I told you so now, and then worry about what they're going to do, right? What John Key's going to do. Because I know they're going to sign that TPPA to take it off you if you don't do what I say and put the flag up. That's your land. That's not Peter Paraoni's land. That's your land. It's up to him to side with you, because he'll have nowhere to go. When the TPPA goes, he'll have nothing to go. You can lose everything. You're going to lose everything if the 12 countries takes a hold of it, and they'll control all these resources here, and you'll lose all your rights. I'm telling you, if you don't do what I say, you'll lose it. Okay, so one more time. To you people up at Waitangi, when I come up, I'm coming there for one thing. To help to put the upper house together, one shot. With those documents I got online, just use them. Use them, all of you people, anybody who has a taumata ready to go up, and your rangateras, to put your plans together for the government in your area. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you're open for business. Okay? long as you're open for business, from that marae. On the other side. You can go anywhere, Kingy, even though we're poles apart. I want you to get it right. And I want you, after all these years, I told you the other day when you come around, don't waste time. Take it that we're all the same. Don't matter whose word, we're all the same. This is the last chance. This is the 8th hour. The last chance to save the country. Don't worry about whose bits of what. Don't worry about it. Because the pound note will fix all that up. You don't have to go and borrow money from anywhere. Okay? You don't have to borrow money from everywhere. Because it's here in the land. Okay? It's here, and those fraudsters. I'll show you how to do it. I'm showing you now how to do it. And everybody's watching that is interested around the world to do the same thing. And that National Liberty Alliance, you go and watch that video, and they give you instructions how to be a sheriff. The sheriff confiscates. If you got a ticket through them, you're on your way. You're on your way. But it'll give us a chance to get us going without having to borrow money from this one and that one. And to see you soon, Nikora, good luck. I hope that you will take her as a, she want to be a Prime Minister. There's other ones that have experience, but she's proficient enough to kick it off. Okay, you can worry about it after that. Just to kick it off. She can go straight into wherever she wants to go, and she can talk till the cows come home because she knows what she's talking about. And I support her, even though we're poles apart too. Okay, we've got our own ways. Well, I must give it to the old people. They hung it out all the way for this flag. Anybody going to do it with something with their flag, I cheer you. I cheer you, I celebrate with you, and I go and do my best to get it going and get its mana back where it belongs. Okay? So thank you very much, everybody in the world and up in this country. And my staff, to Desmond, Wanoa, thank you very much for coming up today and seeing me. You're in the city at the moment, getting ready for the court hearing, and to support me and go up to Waitangi and drive us up there in Moira, and also to take an interest in our land down in Gisborne, to our families there in Gisborne and down the East Coast, hoping that we can get this resolved and I can have a big rest after that, because I've been told to watch my blood pressure because it's going to be a big one this time around. Until I get out of this seat and go and do some exercise, it's a job and a half to do. And to Jamie, Anna Marie Stewart, Patrick Stewart, she's getting back on deck again. Thank goodness. We're starting to get somewhere, and she'll be coming with me to England and to Ireland especially to sort out the flag and 8-point star. So to all you Irish people, and I know there's some waiting for us there in Scotland, we're coming there very soon, so just be patient one more little time for my people here to prepare themselves to join up with Britain and the old Britain. I like the old Britain, not the EU Parliament. I want you back together as you were in the old days, with a different crew. Chuck the old ones out and make a new one. But if that's all that's going to take, then I applaud all the ones who are supporting me there, and Jamie, to be there and go to Devon and put our flag up there with King William's Memorial, and to go into the Queen Elizabeth Great Court where our Moai statue is, and claim that too back, and to make an appearance on television there as being there for Ernest Augustus V, King Ernest Augustus V. He's an original King of Britain, UK, always was, had that title, and also the King of Hanover, and the King of the Pacific Islands and the Maori nation states, and also the King of the Commerce King of the Commonwealth, well, and their flag. So that's all I want to say now, and we'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up with you after the court hearing on Thursday, the 28th of January 2015. Bye for now. See you again soon. Bye.